What are some little known relationship green flags? Part 2. Being able to emotionally connect even after an argument. He or she is talking about the future and is planning for a future together. This means that your partner really loves you and wants to be with you. My current boyfriend isn't good at telling me he loves me. He's not good at communicating or picking up cues sometimes because of him being autistic. I've noticed though that there's a lot of little things he does that tell me he cares. I've made a mental list. When we watch a movie, he makes sure the blanket covers my toes and that I'm not cold and that I'm comfy. He doesn't just ignore me while the movie is going, and he's always making sure I'm comfortable and happy. When we go out and I'm pulling off a hoodie, he grabs my t-shirt and holds the hem down to make sure I don't flash everyone when it lifts. It means a lot, and it's a bit funny to me that he's always watching what I'm doing and being careful. He always makes sure to walk me home now. Especially after I told him I was grabbed in broad daylight and didn't want to walk home alone at night. With previous exes, they'd have dismissed me and told me to suck it up, or that no way was anyone doing that to me. He listens to me when I say I'm uncomfortable and makes sure to always ask multiple times just to check. He was extremely accepting and reassuring when I told him about being molested and abused when I was younger. He's not overly possessive and he believes in me, which means a lot. I'm bi and I've had exes on both sides think badly and assume I'm cheating. He does not. He never does. He doesn't mind that my roommate is another guy and that I make semi-erotic content. He's wonderful. One of my favorite things is that he's great at communicating and working with me on little problems. He likes to listen to my perspective first and my solution, and he always trusts me and what I think. You know when someone is a true friend when. And #X200B. Asterisk they remember what you like and don't like. Asterisk they are not hurt when you leave early because you are tired. Asterisk they don't criticize your life decisions. Asterisk they know your boundaries. Asterisk they are never late to meeting you and don't cancel meetings for trivial reasons. And #X200B. And the number one reason is. Asterisk they called you during the quarantine. If she shows equal interest in hanging out with you. If it feels like you're dragging them into going on a date. They're really not into you. No matter what they may say. Besides, let's be honest. Wouldn't you rather date someone who is as excited and interested in seeing you and you are in seeing them? Little thoughtful things that tiny bit mean a lot to you and send a bigger message that they care. They're happy you have your own things you're into. You're happy they have their own things they're into. There's no battle of preferences. No nasty little or hobby is dumb comments. My husband knows that I love ice water. Where the ice is filled all the way to the top of the cup. So every single night since we got married 5 years ago, he had filled up a cup of ice water to place on my nightstand. Seriously, something so small. But it's absolutely the sweetest thing. He hasn't missed a day. And I appreciate it so much. I was in love with my best friend and didn't know it. For my birthday, he gave me a bag of mixed candy with all of my favorite pieces. It touched me deeply, he knew me so well. Going on 6 years now and doing great. Get you a guy who knows your candy choices. Genuine happiness about your accomplishments. Truly listening and remembering things you say that are important to you. Not taking you for granted. Looking into your interests or encouraging you. I'm fortunate enough to have a partner who does all of the above and more. This thread made me realize I was in a relationship with a horrible person for 9 years. When you never have to question their whereabouts and you get that safe feeling. Knowing when to stop. If I say to stop something as a joke. Yeah, LOLIDC if you actually stop or not. But if I seriously say to stop. And you stop? Holy damn, that's amazing. 3. They do things for you just to make your day easier and don't use their kindness as a bargaining chip later. They can talk calmly about an issue without getting defensive. It's both of you versus the problem. Not one versus the other. They can talk about how they're feeling without making you a therapist all of the time. They want to grow as a person without you pushing, and they take active steps towards goals. They do things that are inconvenient if your needs outweigh their wants in that moment. When they don't make fun of you for not knowing things. Your partner does things for you without asking and remembers little details. For example, I like eating with a fruit fork, the smaller version of the dinner fork. I actually googled that since our family calls them the little forks lol. Anyway. My partner remembers this and will grab it for me when we're dishing up food. Another good one is they make you feel appreciated. Edit. It may be a cake fork or salad fork. When they enjoy hearing you talk about something that isn't an interest of theirs. Not needing to be constantly attached to you in public. Empathy. Able to forgive mistakes. Early in our relationship, I accidentally backed my car into my fiance's car while coming out of the driveway. I definitely did damage. I immediately started freaking out and crying, and he just calmly got out of his car. Came up to mine and asked if I was okay. He got me to calm down and said it was fine, it was just an accident. He never made me feel bad about it. He called it our little bump to my friends to minimize my embarrassment. We laugh about it to this day. Side note: his dad, who works with cars, fixed his car for him at no cost. Edit. No, he did not have any way of knowing his dad would/could fix the car. His father is not a mechanic. His father knows a mechanic. His father didn't bring up fixing the car until several months later. I feel like there's a lot of detailed examples that largely boil down to two things: empathy and emotional maturity. When some inconvenience happens, they're more concerned about you than the impact on them. My ex would always get so frustrated if I had a bad day or something happened that impacted our time together, e.g. a family member's car breaking down and needing to pick them up. It would be guilt trips and angst. With my current boyfriend, we had a whole day planned early on. He lived an hour away, and my car broke down on the highway soon after I left. He was immediately worried about me and stressed that it was no big deal if we couldn't hang out, and offered to pick me up if I needed a ride home or to the car repair shop. It was incredibly surprising and a huge relief. Laughter. And also, I've been with my partner for 40 years, this month. And I still smile when I see him across a room. He still makes me laugh and my heart soars when I think of him. They actually want to spend time with you. Honesty. Genuine interest in each other's hobbies, don't have to do them but at least support it. Strong communication. You feel like you're hanging out with your best friend, except you wanna smash. It's okay to sit quietly and know nothing's wrong. It's okay to read a book on one end of the couch and the other person is doing whatever they want on the other end of the couch, and that's okay. Saying that you want something or need something is not an attack and you both know it. Basically, being comfortable being you around your partner and being able to communicate in the event that you're not comfortable. Each side makes an effort to do the things the other enjoys. My ex, broke up amicably, would sometimes make a genuine attempt to play video games with me even though she never gamed before. She would try and learn game mechanics, plot, and the best ways to help. I always felt like that was a huge plus. They text you first. Makes you feel good and you know they genuinely want to talk and like your presence. Genuine support in your life goals. Even if that means you two will have to go long distance for a while or will have to have conflicting work schedule or it will make your relationship harder in some way. If they love you and want you to be happy, they will be genuinely interested in what you want to do and will try to support you to do that in whatever way they can. They won't hold you back in any way. This is something me and my so have been facing something similar to this recently. He's just graduated and is looking for a job. As much as I want him to stay close by so we don't have to do long distance for any more time than we have to, I'm going home for the summer. But if he gets a job the other side of the country I won't stop him, and as long as I'm around I'll help him pack up. For my wife and I, it was something on our first date that just made us feel comfortable with each other. We're both introverted and don't really like sharing details. But something between us made us feel like we could spill the non-impressive details about ourselves to one another. We were completely open books with each other. And when the conversation stopped, there was never an air of awkwardness. We were on a date. But neither of us felt like we had to impress one another. We just wanted to get to know each other. Both of you feel like you are dating up. It feels easy. Effortless. Unforced. Natural. This is a good sign of a real connection. Compromise feels like second nature. You both breath thoughtfulness and consideration towards each other. You figure things out. Together. You see each other. Respect each other. And appreciate each other. Thoughtful gestures. During COVID, my partner was an essential worker while I was not. He likes to game. So I'd have a blunt rolled and a fresh pot of coffee made when he got home. He picked up some Harry Potter Legos and art supplies for me to keep me entertained during quarantine. He fills up my water glass on the nightstand before he goes to work. I'll pack his lunch the night before. It's the small things that sometimes leave the biggest impressions. Non-sexual compliments. It's the small things. The doing something just because it will make your partner smile and expecting/wanting nothing in return. A few months ago I was having a bad day and had texted my partner about the basics and he said to head over to his place after work. I showed up so defeated by the day. Opened the door. And my dog is there. He had spoken with my parents. Picked up my dog from their house because he knew that's what I needed. He was cooking dinner and told me to just go cuddle on the bed with my dog while he took care of everything else. That's when I knew he and I were in it for the long haul. Came home from working a 12-hour shift one night to a full dinner with my favorite dessert. Never had a girlfriend just decide to cook me a full meal for me to come home to like that. She cleans when she's stressed. So when she moved in she cleaned all the time, then after the first year together now I clean. Haha. Thanks for watching.